Hey guys, what's going on? I want to touch base with you because earlier today, my colleague Dave Ramsey from our Nashville office did a webinar about sketching tips and tricks, and I really wanted to just take one of those tips that he shared and revisit it here in today's live broadcast. So let's get right into it here. I have this part here. It's just a cover for a power supply. And what Dave showed was the replace entities command. Now, that's a command that was introduced in 2014. And I think it's important to share these with you because some of the best tips and tricks that we have to share with SOLIDWORKS users are some of the old what's new things, or the what's old essentially in SOLIDWORKS. So if you missed it back in 2014, the replace entity command is what we're going to share with you today. All right, so let's jump right in here, and I'm going to basically pretend that instead of this squared flat top of this power supply cover, what happens if I want to change it to a rounded entity, right? So I'll use my rollback bar, go up to the extrude feature. That's where this shape has been defined. I'll edit that sketch and go normal to it so I can really see what's going on here. I'll use the 3-point arc tool, click to place point 1, click to place point 2, and then give it a size right about there. I think that looks okay to me. All right, so now I can pretend I deleted that. Right now it's just construction geometry, meaning it's not going to be used for any features. It's essentially as if I deleted it, right? So I will exit, and yeah, that's the shape that I want. But for some of the senior or more experienced SOLIDWORKS users out there, you know what's going to happen. The second I roll this forward, I'm going to be hit with a mess of warnings and errors because things are not rebuilding properly. Well, why is that? Well, because this face that was created in Extrude 1 was using a different entity. So all these face IDs and identification markers to help build the solid model are referencing something that doesn't exist anymore. So how do we address that? Well, the replace entity command was introduced to do just that, to save us from all of this editing and rebuilding of our model. All right, so I'll go back up to this extrude command. I'll hit the edit sketch button again. And you guys will get an extra tip in here. I don't have my interface customized at all, okay? I like to keep it out of the box so I can refer to where things are when I'm working with clients and other users. So up at the top here, I have the command search. If you don't see the DOS prompt or the command prompt here, you can click the down arrow to expand that and choose to search for commands instead of help or your files or things, right? Then you just start typing. I want the replace entity command. So I'll type REPL. I can see it right there. If I hit the eyeball, it will move my mouse. So you guys will see, no hands here. Check it out, right? It'll move my mouse through the model, through the file system menu to show where the command is. It didn't work so well. I think because I got the screen sharing things going on here at the same time. But I promise you that works when I don't have this stuff running. The only other thing I want to show you here is if I drag and drop the command icon, I can customize it on the fly, right? So check this out. I'm searching for it. I don't want to actually use it. I want to search for it. Drag and drop. And here it is. Now it is on my sketch command manager, right? So I'll use that and I'll say this entity is going to be replaced with this one, and you can make construction, right? That's probably the best thing to do. If you delete it, that's pretty permanent, right? There was a reason why you thought it should be flat, for example, the previous design. Maybe you might want to go back to it. Maybe you might want to do configurations. Maybe you might want to do some things downstream. So don't lock yourself in there by deleting it, right? Make construction, so we're replacing this line with the arc, okay? We'll say okay. And what that does is it replaces all of the identification markers with the new one, all right? So that is going to enable us to now use that arc and that face and all those subsequent entities like edges, for example, as we rebuild our model. I'll just roll this all the way forward, and there you have it. Replace entity command, a great tip in sketching with SOLIDWORKS, introduced in 2014. So in case you missed it, I wanted to share that one with you here today. Stay tuned, because I'm going to be doing this here on a daily basis, just sharing with you some tips, some tricks, anything that I come across. So again, that was in Dave Ramsey's webinar this morning. We got another 2 webinars on Friday, and then some more next week. 2 webinars a day, every day for this month. It's a great month of webinars here at TriMech. So stay tuned for those, and look to this channel here for some more content, all right? Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.